Flatworld is a movement-based platform that makes what the character can do almost perfect for speedrunning. Its different ways of gaining speed and taking down enemies makes this game very precise and technical. However, due to its shortness, as it is currently in beta, an inkling of a mistake costs you the entire run. Now, Flatworld is a game produced by Carter Guy, an indie game producer. Now, Carter's start is very interesting. He started on iFunny, an app used to share memes. However, iFunny had some communities. The iFunny art community, for one, also known as the iFact, was a community where people shared art and collaborated. Carter Guy, also known as Katzer, was a large figurehead of the iFact. Katzer was a person who feared sticking out from the rest. Katzer was hated by most of the iFunny art community simply because he said what he thought. Katzer, while sometimes disrespectful and willing to humiliate himself, was one of the few genuine people in the iFunny art community. In 2017, Katzer announced his concept and art for Flatworld. Jokes were made and Katzer was ridiculed. However, in 2019, Katzer started coding. Katzer started releasing concepts for Flatworld. The game truly started to build up. Now, when the game was released, speedrunning was immediately started by two runners, Lagman 9000 and Mando. The runs were started with sub 110s, and by the end of the night, lowered to sub 1 minutes. However, Mando's case was actually pretty interesting. Mando started playing with a PS4 controller, a controller not currently perfectly coded yet. Now, as a result, he was actually unable to use the main movement ability in the game, charges. So Mando started his own category. Although a joke, Chargeless was a run that is currently capped out at 057, with no one else attempting. Now, after the first day, true speedrunning got to work. The first ever recorded evidence of a speedrun was done by myself at 0:53. Now, looking back, this run is really bad. The tech is incredibly slow, and a lot of techniques used didn't currently exist. However, 6 days later, the racer Tip Top tied the 0:53 time. The next increase in time doesn't come for a while. Oh, never mind. In the same day, Tip Top lowered that time to 0:52 by jumping down the first slope instead of charging. Tip Top gained crazy amounts of speed, and he also cleaned up the go section at the end by charging instead of ground pounding in his original run. This is when the race truly began. After learning of Tip Top, I watched some of his videos and learned from him. Hours later, I managed to produce a 0:50 speedrun, a game-changing run. I have used the speed boost to get to zoom to the boss in the go section, shooting up the time. In response to my run, Tip Top changed the game forever. Tip Top introduced 3 new techs: the Charge Punch tech, the Saw Blade tech, and the Slide into Go tech. These techs greatly decreased slowdowns and boosted speed greatly by using the slimes to boost him onto the immediate top platform and shoot himself across the map. The discovery of these techs revolutionized and allowed the game's speed to be pushed past the limits ever seen by allowing an 0:47, a change so large almost never seen. This run was incredible and remained unbeatable for a couple of hours. After picking up on where Tip Top could have gained more speed by hitting the ramps at a different angle and waiting longer to hold on to momentum in the go section, I was able to reach the boss much faster. Now, after witnessing my run, Tip Top declared that he was taking a break from speedrunning for a bit. After noticing his message, I rested and stopped worrying about the run, only for him to lie. Tip Top managed to topple the 0:46 run with an incredibly impressive 0:45. Tip Top was able to shave a few milliseconds by not performing any crazy techs, no perfect gameplay. He simply performed with the same quality as my 0:46 run. But Tip Top discovered something. He quickly noticed that by standing in the way of the cannon of the boss would immediately take damage and decrease the time of the boss fight by a little under 1 second. However, 1 second was enough to push him to the world record. Yes! I myself I'm a very competitive person, and this run was something that was incredibly fun for me and the other parties involved. Carter did a phenomenal job with this game, so please, I'll put a link in the description. Go check out the game. It's free, it's not that long, it's currently in beta. So please, if you could check out the game, do it. It's incredible. On January 9th, a new run was published. An 044 done by me. Now this run was extremely difficult. It took 3 hours of direct trying to complete. I discovered a new tech where you could do more damage to the wall by charging a punch while waiting for the shot to pass. By using previous tech and almost perfect movement, I believe an 043 is possible. However, I also believe an 042 is possible, but near possible. It requires a glitch where you can one-phase the first wall by jumping into the wall and killing it in 3 punches immediately. That is the history of Flatworld speedruns. Now, to be honest, Flatworld is a very new game. With its beta only being released on Christmas, anyone could jump in and probably find a new tech that would revolutionize the run. The world run truly isn't that difficult to get if you put a little practice. So download the game. Also, make sure to subscribe and follow Carter's Twitter for Flatworld updates. All that stuff will be in the description. The game is really building up to be something cool. I recommend you hop on the train easily. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.